back of some Gen 4. We're fairly early on, so it's still the Registeel team, basically. Probably do this until around 500 to 700. That seems to be what's mathematically optimal. Frost/1 is a pretty straightforward trick target. Did you get confused, Ray? Goodbye, Lum. Unlucky, Suso. I'm aware of Fling. It's a lot more likely to trick room. A lot. That's it, 4. Yeah, 110 is a lot better against this. The 110 attack, Registeel. Hey VBs, how did the Pidgeot stream end? I left a few hours in. Turn 1 explosion, the classic. I like dipping here because dropping it to -6 doesn't make a big difference, and if it's gonna crit something, I'd rather Registeel get crit than Latias anyway. Slightly awkward timing on that crit. It's probably dead in 6 turns. You think Roddy's the best getting turn 1 exploded? I've got an entire playlist of being turn 1 exploded. Well, turn 1 explosion in Gen 3 is a lot more common, so it's kind of cheating. Doesn't count. Pidgeot's not bad. I think the Pidgeot team is fun. This is 159 HP, so it's not dead. I think I would rather get +4, right? Because Infernape Free is really annoying otherwise. Okay. It's still got Focus Blast left. It's not guaranteed to go for the Sunny Day here. We're definitely just about to break. Perhaps just wait for the Blast Burn. Magnet Pull. Magnet Pull is the reason why the lead Scarm idea in Gen 4 doesn't work very well, because otherwise you could run Focus Sash. Bright Powder Miss. It's very annoying that in Gen 3 you have to deal with Walrein and Rhydon together. Like they're a pretty nasty duo. Even Skarmory struggles a bit. Okay. I think I will have to bail here because having no setup is really bad. So it's definitely probably Retrick. Yeah, I think it's always Retrick. Surf will do a chunk. I think we'll go through it twice. White powder. Okay, we can still get paralyzed, which is quite annoying if it does happen. We will outspeed after 4 curses still. How much do we've like it would have to crit twice. You do E-trick a lot. It is wide. There is some merit to Beatco's idea of running Recover over Flash. I do prefer Flash. Because Recover is often a bit of a luxury. You don't need it. Tinted Lens, question mark. It's a big crit. Are you also boosting? No. Yeah, so that is it's a damage roll. The Silverwind with Modest, but with Tinted Lens it does do a good chunk, unfortunately. It can also Omni boost itself here. So yeah, it is Tinted Lens. I think I'd rather just get the Curse boosts up. We're definitely getting broken here, but I don't see any point in resetting. Hey, Yale. The best team in Gen 3 tower is definitely Skarn Bliss. You can run Skarn Bliss plus Cursed Dusclops. You could run Skarn Bliss plus Latias or Latios. But the core part of PP stalling with Skarn Bliss is the strong part. One easier. I don't think one's easier, no. They're very similar. Gen 3 is slightly easier to play. It's like there's slightly easier opponents in Gen 3, but Gen 3 has more Oko and Bright Powder and double team stuff. Ment is fine in Gen 3, it just lacks power. X-Flout for the 4 means the alien. Yeah, Mence is fine in Gen 3. The problem with Mence in Gen 3 is just like... So you want to... Like, unless you're running Dragon Dance, it's pretty bad. Like, Choice Band Mence is pretty bad. Dragon Dance is... It's good. But if you run Dragon Dance, you probably also want to run Substitute, so you can properly sweep. And then you're either going to be vulnerable to... Well, you're either going to have no healing and you become vulnerable to status, or you run Rest, and you only have one attack. The problem is one attack Mence struggles a bit in Gen 3. It is still very good, but it's stuff like Psych Up Regirock. You don't want it copying your boosts. And there's Pokemon like Aggron. If you run Aerial Ace and Earthquake, that's pretty good. I think you do want to run Aerial Ace, though. I think Hidden Power Flying on Mence is bad because, like, the real appeal of Mence over Latios and Latias is that you can't miss when you sweep. It is pretty... I think it's underrated. The issue that Mence has is you have to swap out. You have to swap out once you're set up. So, like, Skarn Bliss Mence actually does work very well. But if Regirock comes in, what you actually got to do is you have to switch to... if it's third Pokemon Regirock, you have to switch to Blissey. And if it's second Pokemon Regirock, you have to switch to Skarmory. But, you know, Skarn Bliss Mence is also a top team. Sawyer. Okay, Ancient Power. There's definitely a good chance of getting this stuck on Thunderbolt as a thing. Which is, of course, easy Garchomp. It hasn't Omni boosted. Okay. I'm aware of how much damage Struggle does is the issue. It really depends on whether or not it hits this one. And if I don't know if I want to Thunder Wave because it can then get fully paralyzed in the final turn that I trick back. And then it doesn't have to select Thunderbolt. Let's lead off with Flash. Misses that one. Crits there. I'm mostly doing this because Etran and Regiseal are so annoying when you try and sweep with Regiseal. No Sash. Ment is a fairly common abbreviation. I really don't like how in Gen 5 and 6 they can Destiny Bond at full HP as well. I suspect the correct thing to do here is actually to fully PP stall. And then set up Garchomp after pivoting through Latias. I'm not sure if I can be bothered to do that though. It's not a very big streak yet. Okay, we're never losing to Slacking. How often do I get away with just paralyzing? The thing is, if I don't trick Jinx too, it can go so badly wrong. It's Jinx 4. Definitely opportunity here for Jinx 4 to screw me over. I don't think it's going to break the sub even. We can cover for it though. That's fine. I think Cladle's enough of a reason to go 110 on Registeel. The thing is, Cladle, like, psychic trainers are not the problem. Neither are clowns. It's just the ruin maniacs and the hikers. And Cladle is just one of many that cause a little bit of a problem. Ice Punch. It's super likely to use Curse. I don't want to cover the sub. Ironically, if it cursed more, I'd be more happy to swap to Latias, but it's actually still very likely to use Curse. Okay. Encore disable. Luckily, Dugong is like, it's only annoying. It's not actually that good at killing anything. Probably should be a Garchomp attempt. Entei is on the list of Pokemon that have double crit me with struggle in the past, though. Don't like this thing because it is also very likely to use a setup move. We can't. It's actually most likely to use Confuse Ray here because it doesn't want to use Overheat at low HP anyway. Yeah. Hello, Heatran. Heatran last is fine because Garchomp will obviously win. It's just Heatran's second. I never got into Mystery Dungeon. This is another matchup where the best play might be to wait out the Metal Claws. Use up all of the Amnesia PP. Back to back. Struggle time. Lucario definitely on the list of Pokemon you have to attack. Don't want to use Substitute on Raw. Ice Beam. Another Bright Powder Miss from an Ice Beam enemy. Usually breaks here. Yeah. It's definitely a range for it to break on the next turn, though. Okay. It's Carlo. Tentacle 2, question mark? That's not Black Sludge. Oh, it's very tempting to like check if it is Clear Body, because if it is, then it's a very easy Garchomp setup. If it's not, I don't really want to encourage the use of Ice Beam though. Do one. No reward for paralyzing it? No full paralyze? Where's one? Bum, 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 bum. Definitely have time to cover for the set. Okay. It is random between those two moves. Like, Charm would be good on turn 1, as long as I know that it's not going to crit Latias. But if it does crit Latias, I'd probably be forced to go to Garchomp if it's not Outrage Lock to get it into the Outrage Lock. And at that point, we need to get to +2 on Registeel, and we won't have time for that always. You can take a lot of damage doing that. Okay, it's often Sandstorm. Hmm. Set 1 sweeps are okay. There's no focus band in the back. I think I'd rather sweep in sand though. Yeah. Roger. What am I going to get Perish Songed? Cassid Berry Steel. It did get the crit. Well, not the crit, the drop, I mean. Can't trick this back because it's so likely to use Memento on that turn. Third one breaks, maybe. Set free. It's a Stone Edge lock. the rare Stone Edge over X-Sizzle because of high crit. We know this is Mold Breaker, so we can't really do a belated trick back. It's an interesting switch in. Like, we did only get the +2, but it was Pinsir. Backmon is terrible. I think we should just kill this. We don't need to set up more. Tobias. Ice Beam. Hello, music. Pom pom. It's an annoying crit, but Hypno is not going to beat Garchomp. Quick Claw Boom. Need one more crit golem, really. It's not going to be enough with just that. In better HP circumstances, I would wake out Focus Blast. It is a range to break. Don't think it's worth doing that here, though. Hit, Amnesia, crit, dead. I don't think I'm doing that. It crit the Focus Blast anyway. It's a sign. Garchomp never loses to this. T-Wave. Yep. Nice. Quick Claw. Bum bum bum. Sash? No. Nice misclick. Bomber Snow? No. Okay. White Herb. Set 4. It's got 3 left, I know that. It probably will break sub. I'm not too concerned, actually. Okay, nice crit. That makes it easier. Not usually too concerned about grass trainers. It's pretty much just something like Torterra. Shake hold. Okay. Berkeley. That's an early crit. You meant to break it on the 3rd turn. Might have been a mistake not to go for triple amnesia against Psychic, but I'm always more worried about like Metagross. Okay. Turn 1 explosion. Bronzong 4 definitely on the list of things that I could just follow up with T-Wave Charm. It might have been better to do that and then go to Garchomp. Should break us in about 4 or 5 turns. There we go. Not sure if we took enough damage from like a few struggle. I think. Okay, yeah. Static. I don't know if I love removing the item. Like the issue is that if I don't trick, then the crit Stone Edge with Choice Band behind it does do a massive amount to Registeel. It does do over half. I think the reason why I prefer Charm is that Latias takes less damage and we preserve the ability to trick later if needed. We get instantly crit. That's honestly not too bad. I think the fact we're fast, it does make sub first correct. It doesn't crit the second one. Do we want to cover for crit into crit? Not crit into crit, crit on the last one. We'd be low, but not that low. Yeah, it's mainly if it crits right now. It doesn't. Okay, that's fine. It is very likely to curse itself. I'm wondering if it's greedy to grab the final amnesia boost. It probably is. Probably is. Still very likely to curse. Guillotine. Guillotine me. Guillotine. Unlucky. I should probably sub here to reduce the damage that crit into crit does. We definitely get broken here. Definitely. They are very good at critting the final one. Okay, Probopass is not going to be winning this game. Explosion? Trick Room Explosion? This should also break the sub on like the final turn. Oh no. Underestimated modest damage a bit there. It's 202. It's not dead here. I think sub now to cover the like triple crit scenario. Okay. I just don't like curse. It's way more likely to be 1 than 2. 4 was gonna love the mirror coat as well on the first turn. Choice band. Definitely have to watch out for this thing critting. The first hit was at +4. The sub should be about half HP. I think we do wait. Even though waiting is a tiny bit risky. Okay. Axe Incense, go. It's probably better to sub actually. Wonderful crit. No back-to-back crit though. Llama is often T-Wave. Focus Blast or Confuse Ray. Didn't mean to do that, that was really stupid. Wasted 2 turns, so it does struggle here. That's definitely the worst thing that could have happened. We probably do lose sub to Focus Blast, we won't lose a new sub to it. I'm debating going to +6 so I can one-shot. The Garchomp's fast, it's probably not a big deal if it does kill. At this point, I'm just going to wait out Focus Blast PP. Hit all of them. Because it's a black belt, I'm actually going to put Registeel in here. It's definitely random what it does between Fire Blast and Sunny Day. Okay. Want to kill it without sun up, I think. Very nice crit. I'm going to trick you into Blizzard, right? There's no reason not to. If it hits every single one, I'm pretty damn sure I'd never miss the outrage kill anyway. The only risk with Trick would be if it crits this Blizzard, I guess. I'm very sure that we kill, but... make super sure. Not great. At this point, I don't think I even want to use sub. Okay, decision point. Do I want to re-trick or do I want to just go? Because the struggle damage from this thing is terrible. Theoretically, could have been risky. Right, Evi 4 is Ice Punch. Almost always breaks here. Nice crit, okay. Would have been fine. The risk would have been crit into explosion, basically. I probably would not have gone to Latias anyway. Jolteon 4. This should be another, like, exact kill. Pom, 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 pom. I should probably just trick back. They risk the paralyze, but that's it. I get the Ison back. I don't know. It's marginal, right? Biggest streak, maybe we care about stuff like that. The mine crit magnets. Okay. Don't think Europa's particularly biased to either side of the physical or special spectrum. That's a bad time for a crit, though. Very bad time. Are you also going to crit me? Give myself the best chance to be at high HP, but yeah. Got the sheer cold lock. Double miss variant. Honestly, very tempting to swap back. I'm just worried about swap back into full paralyze. I mean, even that is probably worth it, right? It's not getting through Registeel anyway. Yeah, give me my item back. To get paralyzed, this is the time to pick Blizzard. I put it at -3, I mean -6 attack, so I do kind of want the sheer cold lock. Does want Blizzard, okay. Finally. No great counterplay to Lax and Sense ever anyway. No Mamoswine in that team as well. Night Slash. We do potentially get Arena trapped if we go to Registeel. It always feels like these games should be Garchomp games, but I always just go Registeel anyway. The substitute PP is really valuable against PIs. The hard Registeel. This thing's quite likely to explode. Yeah. Low HP enemy with explosion. Very likely to happen. Probopass, you want more. Shoppleberry, that'll be Ice Punch. Crit into freeze. Okay. Last Ice Punch. We're definitely getting broken by the Earthquake. Hammer Arm is whatever because we don't worry too much about Rhydon 3. Could obviously be Rhydon 4. Rhydon 2. And you last, I always feel like I have to attack because of the curse set. First enemy was Chople. And it was Sash, yeah. Crits. You again. It's a very annoying crit. Don't do it again. Accent Sense is normally Hail or Blizzard. Freeze there. I think freeze there means we sack. It's one less chance for Registeel to get frozen. Weirdly, I feel like we just do sub into curse. Because we're always losing this. We always lose the sub on Amnesia second anyway. It didn't freeze there, okay. She gets the miss. It's quite a big deal. Because we do keep the sub. Given it's an ice trainer, I think I do want +4. Things like Jinx 4. It is a Mamoswine game. I'm gonna have to just Ironhead though. Does live as well. Good news is that it's still very likely to use Curse or Avalanche over Earthquake. Yeah, that was Avalanche. Okay. I definitely want to reset the sub, right? This can be any Weavile, because Mamoswine obviously had a super effective move. Yeah, okay. Dragonite 3 is going to Draco Lock. It didn't break, and this is the Hypnosis set. For whatever reason, Ninetales doesn't want to attack. That's fine by me. Heracross 4. Need to be a bit careful about this thing critting. It does do major, major damage. It's a very big miss, particularly if we can get the free round in. Oh, that's even better. Okay. It's not going to 2-round the sub, obviously, after that. Wow. Super blind Heracross. If this was a human opponent, I would feel sorry for them. Not really fair to get luck like that. Claydol 4. We miss, but we don't get exploded on. It is faster than Registeel, but we can't paralyze it. No flinch. That's a crit. It's probably going to break next. Okay, if you miss, you won't break next turn. I think we just reset at the end of the struggle. Struggle, struggle, struggle. Metagross 4 as well. Very tricky one. It is also very likely to explode after 2 Iron Heads. Tempted to actually wait for it. Okay. and Dewgang. It's nice to get the Oko on Dewgang, it's not guaranteed at all. I press 2. Leftovers is very good, that's that press 1. More PI. It's Ralph. Ralph hates drama. Don't like you. The instant boost is very bad for Registeel. I'm actually seriously considering staying in to paralyze. I think I am going to do that actually. Unlike, I think we always have to make sure we live the sub before we ever want to use it. I'm worried about being crit without sub up, but I'm also worried about +3. Okay. Now it is going to be faster than me. I think that might be fine. It's not like I'm reacting to it anyway. And I do need the curse boosts. Hasn't got +3 yet. Crit and got +3. Okay, that's really not what I want. Might be correct to just kill this thing. Add +3 at 2 shots, my sub at +6. I know that. Famous calc. It misses, that's huge. Misses both. I kind of used too much substitute PP here, I feel. Pincer. I don't think we always kill at 110. Like, I think this was a 115 oak on the ladder. Okay, we do kill after that. It's Magnezone 2. Back to Taunt Drapion. It's always going to psych up here. We can just switch. As long as it's not Magnet Pool. If it is Magnet Pool, we obviously have to stay in. Oh, I love PIs. Notes. Right. It's important to not be crit too many times by this. Just want to make sure that Garchomp always kills. Garchomp does about 40% +6 Magnezone. Okay, we get the crit first. It does quite seriously out damage Registeel, but it has to dodge all of the crits basically. I think lead with the sub because it's like the triple crit lines which are scary against this. I think I'm happy to have the sub broken on the second struggle. We could do fourth. Curse is better when it crits Draco, basically. Okay. But only one. I don't think I want to set up Garchomp. He crits the struggle as well. That's really uncomfortable. Right, we definitely lose sub here. I think the struggle crit is fine to damage us slightly. There's no super effective move in the back. I think I'm significantly more scared of Kingdra 3 and I don't want to set up more against that. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna cook me, Inga? Quick Claw, Blizzard Freeze. Don't actually do it. Maybe we don't have to bother with the switch line then. It's very similar. I think third. No, it crit anyway. That's very annoying. I was gonna say third sub break. Better against this. This thing has 272, which is divisible by 4 when it's Inga. It's 21 IVs. It's guaranteed to EQ. It's not completely safe to do Garchomp though. I should definitely do this first. Don't know how I feel about giving this Quick Claw. It seems like it's worse than Choice Band, right? It's like because it's slower than Registeel, if it does crit Garchomp on the switch, I don't auto lose. And this is the second Pokemon. We've already beaten the first. It does V117 special attack or something. It's both, no paralyze. Inga does not, like, it can't be a ground type because Dragonite came in with the super effective move. It can be a rock or a steel. That is possible. So I won't complain. It's only complainable if it crits Garchomp on the switch through paralysis and -6 and -4. That's okay. This is not as deadly as some ice beam enemies. The crit is actually in some ways more annoying than the freezes. Okay, no such luck. No such luck. Okay, we'll just do the struggle setup. I think it's fine. That's annoying. I will accept the trade. Okay, so you could obviously get the miss and then get the roll on Power Whip. I don't think Substitute improves my odds though. No, I'm running perfect. I'm 31 IVs and everything except special attack. And Registeel has identical defenses. I want its physical defense to be lower because of download. Yeah, I don't think sub improves this. If Garchomp does get screwed over, Tangrowth is also going to have to crit Registeel to win, because we will be able to charm this. What I'm weighing up is if I actually want to switch now. Bum, bum. Now this is a much more annoying enemy if it does get the freeze. It's way more damage. I think we do live this. I remember from last time. Reset on the final one. If it crits. Okay. It's basically free. Yeah. It's only the screen set that would have annoyed me. Been a lot of Starmies today. And a lot of freezing as well. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, my plan for avoiding crashes is that I'm just not going to touch OBS at all. Because every time it's crashed, it's because I moved the OBS window. That's not very good countermeasure. I should buy a new PC, but I can't afford that. Can't see Imgur links. Anyway. The enshittification of the internet has begun. Paralyze. I'm gonna go flash first because the most damage is done by a burn on Latias. It is Moltres free. Unfortunately, this thing always loves to U-turn. Do you know how speed works in Pokemon? With rounding down. I think there is real value in potentially going to 72 speed. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the entire frontier that has 47 speed. And I would trick. I don't think there is anything. Obviously base 30s, even with minus speed natures of 45. It's good information that it didn't use U-turn at all. It probably means Registeel's about to destroy the team. I mean, base 50 is a reasonably common speed group. Ampharos 4 is not included in base 55 with 21 IV either. The Cham 4 probably better to underspeed. Donphan 4, a Cham 4, Mark 4. It might be better to run 69 speed than 70. Although, like, it is also very rare, but if the enemy Regisaur goes and curses all the way, I think I'd rather be in a speed tie. I don't remember. It did happen once where it was a Regisaur curse race. It was an explosion. It was explosion, yeah. I don't know if it's an advantage to avoid the speed tie not there. 1 second. To look something. Honestly, I should not have taken that break just then, because I had to click something in OBS, which risked the crash, but we're only like 100 games in. If only all ice trainers could be that easy. Right, last one. Did something happen? No. I just had to do something in real life. Razor Fang is crunch. On one hand, this team is fast. On the other hand, this team played variants of it so much, it's so boring. I've got thousands and thousands of games. Surely it wouldn't back to back. It's guts then. I've seen Lantern and Starmie Force so many times this stream. It's not bad because they're fine enemies. It's just really quite funny. Nice crit. It's not gonna break here or here. It's gonna break here. Whack. Into Swampert. As long as I hit this, I win. There's no way it would ever survive Ironhead into Outrage. And turn. Been a lot of ice trainers today, though. Been a lot of PIs as well. It's an ice beamer. Might be better to paralyze this. As long as we avoid being like it's an ice train, I probably do paralyze this and sacrifice Latias, so Registeel never has to risk being frozen. So I think if Registeel gets frozen by this, that's incredibly bad. We just don't go to -6. We go to -5 instead. But I forgot it was scarfed. Jesus, that's bad. Crit me. Go on, Lax Sense. Sheer cold. No spore. The struggle crit does do major damage to Garchomp. I don't think I'm doing that. We definitely have to make this die to its own struggle recoil as well because of Effect Spore. Struggle time. Flame body time. It's not a quick claw, my chap, so it can't win. Stone Edge it is. Just avoid the absolute worst luck. Does actually have 192 HP, which is obviously divisible by 4. Chance of it critting at an awkward time is very high. I think it's much better to actually not do the additional setup. Yeah, like 15 Flare Blitz is gonna crit one and then it's gonna crit or burn the next turn. I've seen it happen too many times. This is not important. Honestly, I should probably just give it back. Took the Heat Rock, right? Does that change it? I don't think it does. That might change it slightly because now... Yeah, that might change it slightly for Garchomp. I can PP Stall Sunny Day, I guess. Yeah, I think I just PP Stall Sunny Day. At least a few of them. Might be better to switch and then Iron Head so we can trap it on Synthesis, but Synthesis can be a bit strange. A bit fiddly to guarantee its use. This does do a lot if it crits. Like at -6 accuracy and paralyze, it's so unlikely to get off one of these solar beams. Okay, the Because the solar beam PP gets deducted on the turn it tries to be used, we can go now. The +2 defense doing unreal work. Whack free is completely fine. One of those ones where, once again, you can just switch, but because we remove its attack boost by trick, often feel like not risking anything. Do we wait? That's the real question. I want to at least have it confused before I try and kill it, I think. We must be close to breaking. Wise glasses, that's Shadow Ball. I think we wait for the last one because it is 140. There is only Espeon. Bad lead, okay. Okay. You think about the best way to do this. Oh, I do want to at least give Garchomp a chance of keeping the Lum. I'm not sure if it's worth Latias being put to sleep. Is it worth 4 turns of hail damage? It probably is. Okay, that's enough. Definitely +4 is enough. Okay. No surprises? So once again, because that is frozen, I feel like it's probably worth... Is it worth Latias fainting to deny 1 PP? No instant freeze, at least. That's a crit. That definitely means this is breaking. Should be fine at this point. Probably breaks now or next turn. I think I'd rather have that full HP sub. Razor Claw is Brave Bat. Brave Bat does significant recoil damage to itself on multiple Reggie crits. It's worth the sub, I feel. Although it although it always breaks after 2 on the first use, the fact that we protect against the max roll of crit is nice. That one also crit. Oh, you are pushing me low. I'm going to cut it short there, I think. I don't want it to be on struggle crits either. This is the last Brave Bat. Okay. Not worried about Aftermath. Belly drum. No belly drum. Okay. They're very good at critting struggle through the... Well, not even struggle. That was Waterfall. It also hit through the accuracy drops. Slowbro 4 always loves the trick room. Just avoid the being confused by this, and then it should be fine. Doesn't really matter when it breaks. Okay. Only got 3 signal beams left, so I probably just wait. Bum, bum. Counter. Static into crit into Slowbro. It can be a super effective. And it is. Dragon Dance normally. Chiberry, so that's Sword Stance. Air Release is a bit rare. And get Snow Cloaked. Hail is unironically quite useful here. Make sure it doesn't get the boost up too quickly. A Hounding Fall is Dark Pulse or Sunny Day. The factory round 6 trap, definitely. Okay. Manetric free. Physical Manetric with Quick Claw. Yeah. Oh, we have to let this thing die to its struggle. Don't want to risk static. It doesn't have to be any of them. So Quick Claw and Rindo. Okay. Definitely last one. Earlier today, this thing got a high roll crit on me. It was also Tinted Lens. It's Tinted Lens again, but at least it didn't crit Latias. This thing really loves Hypnosis. It should be 50-50 between Hypnosis and Heatwave. Yeah, if it Omni boosted, I'm not sure if I would actually switch. The issue is when I give its item back, it still has Quick Claw, and I'm very aware of Quick Claw Seed Bomb doing well over half the Garchomp. So I think it is just Registeel set up. There is also the line where unlike a Abomasnow, I'm not in any rush here. Let's crunch. Struggle, struggle. What lower tier Pokemon has Angie got? Jupiter. Scary face. It's so worth it if I do get the miss. If I don't, I have to go to Registeel though. Unlucky. Evasion. Right, Drill Peck. No, Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon. It's not actually locked, but it's fine. Last one. It's only interesting if I miss. It was Poliwrath 2 as well. So we did another 91 games. I think I'm crossing over more towards the 500 end of the 500 to 700 crossover. Like, mathematically, the more certain I am that the Drapion team is much better, the more it shifts over to 525. And then the other end of the spectrum is 714. Definitely the key to getting the streak going, though, is to not care until the streak is a few hundred. 500 feels like a clean thing, though. It's 20% of the way there. Cool, thanks for watching, guys. I gotta go. See ya.